So today we reached Funchal. The weather was still exceptionally good, and we decided that we would walk into town rather than catch a bus, a shuttle, or hop on, hop off, or anything like that. And the plan was to take the cable car up to Monte and explore that little settlement up there. We discovered that there was, once upon a time, a rack railway running up to Monte from Funchal, something rather similar to what you see at Snowdon, but it was never particularly successful, and it closed quite a long time ago. And nowadays, the steep hill that is used by the guys who operate the toboggans is actually part of the old track bed that's been tarmacked over and turned into a road. And if you look at the name of the road, then it's fairly clear that that's what it was. But there's a museum in the old Summit Station House, which we didn't know about last time we were there in December. So we decided we would go up there and explore. I haven't videoed the walk into Funchal particularly because we did it fairly well in December when we were on Marella Voyager. And if you want to get a feel for what it's like, then please have a look at that series. It's a relatively easy walk. There are no massive steps, excuse me, anything like that. If you are not that good on your feet, there's quite a steep hill, 300-400 yards long, at the end of the dockside piece that takes you up to the road at its top, then turns into the front where you walk along into Funchal. So if you're in a wheelchair or if you're on two sticks or something like that, you probably don't want to think about walking into town, because if you're young enough and fit enough, you can probably do it in 30 to 35 minutes. Ruth and I, being in our mid-70s and not in any great rush, we tend to do it in about 40 to 45, because we'll stop every now and then and have a look round. We're not got to get there very quickly. So having learnt when we were there in December that the best thing to do is to get your tickets for the cable car before you arrive, simply because you can bypass the queues for the ticket office, and it's very easy to do. So we did that, and you'll see how that worked. As we walked along the seafront, we came across some kind of little fete. There were people doing folk dancing and that kind of thing, and we saw some people getting ready. We took some bit of that, assuming they were going to start work, but in fact, they were standing around and just waiting for their word go, and we decided we'd carry on. But I have got a little bit of video of that. So anyway, that's the start of the day in Funchal.
I was just like, what's happening?
Got a mugshot that way.
If I can hang on, Roo.
Yeah.
I think it's actually that building where that lady's walking up in trousers.
Yeah.
I think so. Goodness me. Walks and gardens down there. Oh, goodness me. So it was rather disappointing having got there to find that the museum was closed. It's advertised as being open on the website, but obviously the custodians, whoever operate it, were on holiday and they apologised, but it was closed. Never mind. Luckily, there was a little cafe across the road. So we went in there. It's not a tourist cafe in any way, shape or form, but they were very friendly. And we had two lovely lattes, as you can see here. So that got us nicely refreshed, and we decided that since we hadn't been to Monte Palace Gardens since 2014, when we had about a week on Madeira, not 14, 2016 was the last time I went, so 10 years beforehand. We decided we'd go back to the Palace Gardens and have a look round in there. We might as well. We weren't bothered about going back to the Botanical Gardens. No doubt it would have changed because of the seasonal change, but we were there in December. Monte Palace, as I say, we hadn't been there for 10 years, so we decided we'd go and have a look in there, and that's what we did.
On est dans le jaune.
Oui. Eh ben,
I think that's the other way of coming in, you see.
Yeah, the other entrance.
That's the museum. We're going in there now, just around the garden. Oh, mind your back, love. I'll tell you what, this is like the botanical gardens. You could do yourself a lot of damage if you slipped on here, couldn't you? You'd rip your knees and hands to bits. Oriental garden? I don't see why not, really. Just work our way down, if you can. So working your way back is a bit more of an issue, because it's like everywhere on Madeira, it's built on the mountainside. Like they used to say about, what was that village that they moved in Derbyshire. I went down it once, it was so steep, all the roadways and that.
Yeah.
So the only bit of level ground was the manager's desk. That one near Bolsover that they moved.
Yeah.
It's annoying me, I can't remember what that place was called.
Which place?
One where they moved the village.
Yeah.
I drove through it a few minutes ago on the bike. Oh, probably. I seem to remember it was a very confusing meander. You could kind of go anywhere and end up the same place. These agapanthus are making a magnificent display, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they? Obviously it's
Are they
Tell me.
heavily scented? Because I'm just about smelling something. It's obviously the time for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I told you what they were. Trouble is, you get stuff sold to you for ponds and tanks and things that don't always work. A lot of them don't work with fish because they'll just eat them. So,
Yeah. You can have a pond for plants.
Into a natural bog garden sort of thing down here, look.
Yeah.
And it all sort of stored up. Quite nicely done, that is.
Yeah.
I wonder if they just buy those in and chuck them away when they're very up. Well, them little military oxys type.
Yeah.
I can't keep them. I couldn't keep them. I might, yeah, if I could get some, I
Yeah.
might have another go sometime, but they are not easy. They're not easy at all. And that's like the first one I had of the no-blade type. I lost that really. It just stopped doing any good.
Yeah.
I think some of it was, oh look at those guys, those are all these smart, a lot these streptocarpus, aren't they? I think they are. Yeah. Oh, beautiful, aren't they? No, I don't really terribly well with those. I don't really much with any of that group. They're awful. But, I've got better lately. Yeah, that's pretty. So it's really all built for the hotel guest rooms, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they're all fairly common hybrids, I think, but when I've had lots of these, I think some of it is just not getting the right, well, ultimately all of it is just not in the right conditions for it. Because I think those Miltoniopsis type, the pansy orchids, they need it much more humid than I've been able to give them. Even the kitchen windowsills, it's not nice, but you don't see these now. It's very rare. And that's a pretty one, is that? That's a Zygo. That's a lovely side there, that is. Nice, that one. And what kind of a side there, that is. I'm just recovering mine. Mine is step coming to. Well, I like that in the bowl. Look. I do like that. I'm envious of that. I'd love that at home. By the pond. What? This settled in. Water hyacinth, Dolloy, and that's not duckweed, that's something else, which is also a problem when you get it in a pond. I mean, water hyacinth's great, the coil just demolish it. Like a lot of these things, you know, if you want to grow plants, don't put fish in it.
Yeah.
A pond then, a little bridge or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look.
In here.
Mm. Well, all we can do is keep, because if we go that way, we'll start to work our way back up, can't we?
Well, yeah, just the other side of it, aren't they?
Mm.
Sometimes very
That drain's making enough noise for 50, isn't it? Oh. Well, various coats of arms up that way. When you've got this through the middle of the Oriental Garden, I suppose. Back on the main drag again, I think. Ooh, yeah. I think this is where you get onto the bridge, or certainly into the upper level to that Oriental garden. Oh, yes. Yes, here we are. Here we go. Whew. Yeah. They're going to end up in very much the same place, aren't we? We go across here and then turn right. I'm sure we must have come this way before, because I kind of remember looking down over
down
that.
to that lot,
Yes, we did. But it's been sufficiently different this time, I think, to... Oh, right, okay. Sure we went. We walked past those. You alright?
Yeah, I touched that and it fell off.
Not very well put on, is it? I think these are replicas of the Terracotta Army, yes. As they would have been in their pomp. Because I'm sure I remember reading somewhere that when they were first unearthed, you could see it all.
Yeah.
And as soon as the air hit it, you went bump. And you know, all fell off. Right. Hangs it this way. What's that? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. I wonder where they came from. Right, Romeo and Juliet's veranda, up there, I think. Was that what I was thinking? I don't know whether you can get by it or if that's it.
No, whether you come out the other side.
I'm honestly not sure. Oh, we'll have a look. Well, there's a path here, look,
Yeah,
that goes up around the side of it.
yeah.
But you've got to go up and go around this side of it, so whether the two join together, I don't know. Yeah. Goodness me. Oh yes. You just call out Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Does he smell terrible? Oh dear. Yes. And there's little balcony ironwork and what have you. Ooh, goodness me. It's a lot easier going the other way. Right. You just want to keep climbing basically, don't we? I suspect if we go up this flight of stairs we'll come up to the cafe. It's up there, look.
Yeah.
Well, there's a cafe up there anyway. It's 5 minutes past 1, so as we thought we might, we've got here a lot faster. If we concentrated on coming up rather than looking around as much. Oh. Yeah, it's 13 minutes nearly from that flamingo pool. And it's now
Well, we went
1.
quite a long way
Yeah,
round, didn't
we did. Around this side, look. So after having a quick cup of coffee at the cafe in the Monte Palace Gardens, we walked back to the top of the cable car station and went back down into Funchal. We started to walk along the promenade, the Avenida do Mar, but I heard that there were other quite interesting streets that were further back that we missed seeing, where there'd been some more Christmas markets and such like when we were there in December. So we decided to go back and have a look, and we walked up to Avenida Arriaga and turned left and walked along there, and we went past some very odd looking decorations. I think we've all seen decorated cows and sheep and other animals, but these were actually decorated bananas, and they were hung amongst the trees on the middle of this dual carriageway arrangement. So we walked along there, past the Ritz Madeira, which is quite a an interesting looking building. We certainly didn't go inside it. And then we went towards the Santa Catarina Park, which we'd seen on a vlog from, I think it was Travelling Light with Leader and Giles. But it doesn't really matter. We'd seen this, walked past it a lot of times, never actually gone in to have a look. So when we reached this beautiful fountain at the middle of a big roundabout at the end of the Avenida Arriaga, we crossed the road and then walked up the steps into the park. How big they are. I've about had enough steps today, my darling. Yeah, well, like weeds here, I mean, they'll be in the ground all year round. Ours is getting a bit manky, to be honest. I don't want to repot it. Big enough as it is, hard enough to handle. Yeah, but it is really nice. So we can get down to the front here. We'll buy that Cristiano Ronaldo place, so we're doing all right. There's a step there, but it appears smooth until we get to the next landing, and then there's a step. Oh, I see. That's it. No. Curious, yeah. Really bizarre the way it's formed. You get a clear view of Ventura. So after that it was just a gentle walk back along the Avenida do Mar to the port, and we went back on board Ventura, had an afternoon tea up in the waterside buffet, quite enjoyed that, and then I got my first decent attempt at a time lapse of us departing the port about 5 o'clock. It's a bit too fast in my opinion. It makes the ship look a bit like a Formula 1 racing car, but never mind, you'll get the idea. The evening entertainment was a comedy vocalist which we didn't much fancy, so really it was just a case of having a relaxing evening. We had dinner in the main dining room in the Bay Tree. And it was quite enjoyable as always. Had a walk around the prom deck and the view over the stern. As we moved on towards our next destination. And I will see you in the next video, which is La Palma.